A question I get often from my tech startup clients is why should they incorporate a Singapore entity? Now, there are a bunch of startups in India such as Flipkart, InMobi, and a whole lot of others who are registered in Singapore instead of India. Reasons are aplenty. From a macroeconomic perspective, the political risk in Singapore is much lesser in comparison to India. You would have heard how India sometime in the last year said that if you're getting investments from a Chinese entity, you would need to get a specific RBI approval on the same. Singapore, of course, does not have any such laws. Investors feel a lot more secure investing in entities registered in Singapore than in India because they know that there is stability with respect to the foreign direct investment laws in Singapore, which are much more robust in comparison to India. Interestingly, from a tax perspective, if you're an Indian entity, the tax bracket is about 25 to 30% depending on the type of entity it is. In Singapore, it's near about 17%, which is a big tax saving. Also, from a capital gains tax perspective, in India, capital gains are taxed between 15 to 20%. However, in Singapore, capital gains tax is 0%, which is one of the biggest advantages for VCs investing in startups because they're looking at a 5 to 7 year horizon to exit, at the end of which, when they get all the proceeds from selling their shares in the startups, they would not want to pay any taxes in it. Um, Singapore also has very robust intellectual property rights related laws. So, as IPR, you get better protection in Singapore. The courts, the case laws, the law is much more robust in providing that protection to you, where India probably needs to go many more miles till it reaches that level of maturity. You would have also heard how Singapore is the financial hub or the financial capital of the new world. So, a lot of VCs, angel investors are very mature who are present in the Singapore geography and are constantly looking to invest in that market. So, you want to be around those VCs, you want to be easily accessible to them. A lot of startup tech entrepreneurs, when they're approaching VCs and angel investors for funding, specifically those VCs based out of the US or who have a lot of international operations, they almost mandate that the startup gets registered in Singapore. Also, as you would know about the ease of business rankings, Singapore has consistently ranked in the top 5 out of the 190 countries in the world, where you can set up a company in Singapore in just 2 days. However, in India, for people who've registered companies would know, it easily takes about 3 weeks to 4 weeks to get all the paperwork in order and get that approval and also get your PAN and open the bank account. Singapore, it's not that complicated. So, yes, share this video with someone who is a tech startup founder who you think might help from this piece of information and could take a decision around opening a Singapore entity in time.